Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me for this video for our second quarter 2019 results. As usual, any comments I make will be on a constant currency basis. I'm very pleased that GSK delivered another quarter of good operating performance in Q2, with growth in sales and earnings. Given this, we're increasing our expectations for the year and have improved our 2019 earnings guidance. Group sales for the quarter were £7.8 billion, up 5%, despite this being the first full quarter of generic competition for Advair. Total earnings per share were 19.5 and adjusted earnings per share were up 4% to 30.5, reflecting our operating performance and some benefit from the timing of certain tax settlements. We've confirmed a dividend of 19 for the quarter and continue to expect to pay 80 for the full year. We continue to make progress on our new products and strengthening our R&D pipeline. Shingrix had another standout quarter with sales of £386 million. So year to date, sales are now approaching $1 billion. In respiratory, sales of Nucala, our biologic for severe asthma, grew 33% to £195 million. And our COPD treatment, Trelegy, performed well with sales of £120 million. Following positive results now from the CAPTAIN study, we're intending to file for approval of Trelegy to treat asthma later this year. 2019 is a pivotal year for our HIV business, with the launch of our two drug regimens, Juluca and Dovato. Today, in Mexico, we're presenting important data from two major clinical trials at the International AIDS Society Conference. Data from both these studies provide strong evidence to support the effectiveness of two drug regimens. Specifically, the Gemini study shows Dovato is as effective as a 3-drug regimen at 96 weeks of treatment, while the Tango study demonstrates the efficacy of switching treatment-experienced patients to Dovato. And very importantly, there were no cases of treatment-emergent resistance in either study. We also expect further clinical data for our new long-acting HIV medicine, cabotegravir plus rilpivirine, in the next few months. We've already filed this medicine in the US and expect to do so in Europe later this quarter. In oncology, we've more than doubled the number of assets in our pipeline from 8 to 17 in the last 12 months. And last week, we were delighted to see headline results from the PRIMA study for Zejula, the medicine we acquired through the Tesaro deal. The results were positive in the use of Zejula as a first-line maintenance therapy, importantly, regardless of biomarker status, and so this could significantly expand our opportunity to help more women with ovarian cancer. We expect more pivotal readouts for oncology medicines in the coming months, including for BCMA to treat multiple myeloma and dostarlimab to treat endometrial cancer. So in all, with the clinical data we've received so far this year and expect in the second half, we should be on track for 6 submissions in the next 6 months that will offer significant new opportunities for patients in oncology, HIV, and respiratory. This is good pipeline progress from a year ago when Hal set out his new approach to R&D. And to support our new focus on science related to the immune system, Hal also outlined our clear intent to invest in advanced technologies and the use of human genetics, and we continue to develop partnerships with some of the world's leading scientists. This quarter, we announced a new collaboration with Jennifer Doudna and Jonathan Weissman of the University of California to establish a new laboratory using CRISPR technologies. This new lab will explore how gene mutations cause disease and how new technologies could accelerate the discovery of new medicines. This builds, of course, on our collaboration with 23andMe, which continues to progress well. We've already selected 6 targets to progress together, and we hope to move our first joint programme into the clinic next year. And finally, in addition to our focus on operating performance and our pipeline, we continue to progress with the integration planning for our new consumer healthcare joint venture with Pfizer. We now expect to complete this transaction shortly, And this is going to create a major new force in consumer healthcare, as well as laying the foundation for the creation of two world-leading companies, one in pharma and vaccines and one in consumer health.